We've reached Semifinal Friday. Hey there, sports fans. Darren Wimberg here from Pinnacle Bank Arena, where the week started off with 48 girls basketball teams looking for one goal, a state championship. But after today, the field would be dwindled down to 12. And of those 12 teams, the Kearney Lady Bearcats are hoping to advance to their first championship game since 1989. Take it a step further, they're looking to win it for the first time since 1982. And check out that crowd. And for all you new to the program, welcome to Buffalo County, as license plate 9 filled up the PBA in Lincoln to watch Kearney take on Omaha North in what was the most electric atmosphere so far. Opening quarter, Lady Cats driving and dishing to Libby Province as she finds Addie Snyder for 3. Good. North, though, turns some defense into offense. Tania Wilson-Smith with the steal behind the back, and she goes coast to coast with a nice left-handed finish to push the lead to 3. But Kearney responds as senior sensation Addie Snyder's like, I'm not ready to go home, as she puts the defender in the spin cycle and gets it to go. Lady Bearcats now off the steal, and they find Sophie Glant, who gets 3 the hard way to cap off a 7-0 Kearney run. However, the Vikings used fast break points all game to go ahead, as Hamaya Jo Matoyer used the transition, lays this one in for the deuce, as the sophomore led all scores with 21 points. North led heading into the break. Let's go to the fourth now. Kearney trailing, but here comes Libby Province as she knocks home the jumper for 2 of her 11 points. And Snyder with the 3-ball corner pocket, cash money. Kearney would get within 5 at 47-42. But in the end, Kearney would fall in a highly contested contest, 59-47. Head coach Drew Dennison, proud of his girls.
You know, this team just had a funny way of, just staying even kill. You know, we never got too high, we never got too low, even when maybe their coach did. They just did a really good job of just staying within themselves and playing. And that just wasn't this week. That's kind of been us all year. In some tough environments. And so just super proud of them and the run that we had this week.
Let's stay at PBA and go to the morning game featuring 5-seeded Swedes of Gothenburg looking to upset the top-seeded Milford Eagles. Opening quarter, the Swedes were cooking from everywhere as Zoe Beveridge drives and hits a floater, as the junior would finish with 14 points. And then off the miss, it's Halsey Tamala who had herself a day with the putback, as the Swedes ripped off a 13-0 run to take the 18-11 lead after 1. Swedes did a great job of defending Shayla Rottenberg down low, so others had to step up. And that's what Braylon Muller did, knocking down her only bucket. But I mentioned Tamala was unconscious, knocking home 6 of 9 from downtown and finishing with a team-high 24 points. Game all knotted up at 30 heading into the break. Second half, Eagles took the lead, but just like yesterday, Gothenburg fought back. Tamala knocks home another triple. But Abby Crabtree was deadly from downtown, pouring in 22 points and helping Milford get back to the state championship game in back-to-back seasons. Swedes will play in third-place game against Fort Calhoun on Saturday morning. Well, that wraps it up for me here at the Vault. Let's send things over to the Devaney Sports Center, where NTV's Randy Silver has more. Randy.
Thanks, Darren. It's been an exciting 3 days here in Devaney. Obviously, as we talked about, today is the semifinals, D1 and D2. Let's take you to the highlights. Your D2 semifinals bracket. We will start with the top half. Number 1 seed Dundee County Stratton is 26-1, beating Loomis in the quarterfinals in a tight 36-35 affair. They faced the number 5 seed Archangels Catholic, who are 20-7, and they beat Silver Lake 55-33 convincingly in the quarters. The Spargo sisters for the Tigers took over. Senior Clara dishes to her younger sister, sophomore Abby, for the layup. Both don't just do it on the offensive end. Abby says, "Get that out of here." The block creates the break. The ball finds Emily Schock under the basket, gets her on rebound, puts it back 4-2. DCS took an 8-4 lead after 1. The Tigers continued their stifling defense in the second quarter. Abby with 1 of her 5 steals, and who does she find? Older sis, Clara. Abby said post-game they have an unspoken communication on the court, as only sisters can. That helped them take a 23-9 lead in the half. The second half was no different. The Spargo sisters go for 23 points, 2 points shy of what the defenders scored as a team. Dundee County Stratton marches on to the D2 state finals with a 45-25 win. After securing the school's first ever state title last year, that was in track and field, and losing in the semis in this year's volleyball season, the Tigers have another shot at gold.
Oh, sensational, especially we were just as thin as a hair from not getting here from Wednesday. So girls bounced back with this a sensational defensive performance. Have a ton of respect for Archangels, taking them down, just a huge accomplishment by the team.
Really nervous going into this one, especially after Wednesday's performance, but we showed up just like we wanted to and took the win, so that was really exciting.
The Tigers will face number 2 seed Red Cloud, who are 21-3, beating SEM in the quarters, or number 6 seed Why Not, who have a 17-11 record. They're coming in riding high after an exciting OT win, taking down defending champions FCSH. We take you straight to the second half, where Red Cloud was down double digits in the third. If you love free throws, this was your game. There were 49 free throws between both teams. The Blue Devils shot 14 for 29 from the line, while the Lady Warriors shot 15 of 24. Net, no advantage. However, key stat in this game, Why Not's 11 threes to Red Cloud's 5. The extra 18 points turned out to be too much to overcome. It did get a bit nervy at times, but the Blue Devils never let the Lady Warriors get within 2 possessions of tying in the second half. They see out the game 59-48 to advance to the D2 State Championship Finals. And the look at the final bracket. Let's move to Class D1. A look at the bracket. We'll start with the top half. Number 1 seed Bloomfield's perfect season stands at 27-0. They're in state for the first time since 1979. Their semifinal opponents, number 5 seed Sudden, who are 21-7 and coming off beating Amherst in the last round. The Mustangs came out ready for the challenge. Early in the second, still a 1-possession game. 7-3 miss. Board woman gets paid. Miranda Nuss with the tough finish, drawing the foul. Every time the Mustangs built momentum, the Queen Bees stung back. Kennedy Mullally with her own and one. Under a minute to go in the half, Isabella Torreo drills her second 3 of the half to give the Mustangs an 18-17 lead going in the break. Upset alert? Fourth quarter, 2:50 left in the game. Queen Bees up 34-33. Milady dribbling, looking to make a play, finds her sister Madison for the and one. She made the foul shot to push the lead to 38-33. The sisters combined for 28 points on the night. Next possession after the Mustangs didn't get any points. Madison again. Her 11 points in the second half helped Bloomfield avoid the upset bid and keep their perfect season alive at 28-0. The Mustangs put up a great fight, but the horsepower fell just short, losing 44-38. Who would Bloomfield face in the D1 final? Either Elm Creek, the runners-up last year, or Howes Dodge. The Jaguars took a 21-9 lead in the halftime. How? Using 18 points in the paint. The Bison showed grit and heart throughout the second half, trying to get close. However, they did not have it on the night, losing to Howes Dodge. They'll go on to face Bloomfield for the D1 title on Saturday night. That wraps up our semifinal action. On Saturday, trophies will be earned. Reporting from Lincoln, I'm Randy Silver.